Past engines and computers automated physical and mathematical labor. The current shift in artificial intelligence represents a different trajectory because it targets cognitive labor. Driving this deployment of computational power is a small group of highly capitalized technology companies. Firms like OpenAI, Google, Microsoft, and hardware providers like Nvidia are building the infrastructure that makes this sudden leap in capabilities possible. The economic stakes are massive. Analysts at McKinsey estimate that integrating generative AI into global business operations could add up to $13 trillion to the global economy by the year 2030. These multi-trillion-dollar shifts are making landfall right now, forcing businesses to reorganize their workforces in real time to capture that value. Past waves of automation replaced physical labor on factory floors or agricultural fields. Generative AI is built on large language models, neural networks trained on vast amounts of human text and data, which means it targets tasks that require reading, writing, and analyzing. Recent data from Goldman Sachs indicates that if current AI tools are adopted across the economy, roughly 300 million full-time jobs are directly exposed to automation. Highly educated professionals are uniquely exposed. Computer programmers, legal assistants, and specialized medical roles are navigating the same technological displacement factory workers faced decades ago. Researchers like AI pioneer Geoffrey Hinton have warned that medical schools should stop training certain specialists, like radiologists, entirely. If white-collar work is the primary target of this transition, it raises a difficult question. What does this change mean for your career? Companies are adopting these tools because they produce measurable results. Early studies, including one by Nielsen, report up to a 66% increase in employee productivity when generative AI tools are used to automate routine work. To understand how that productivity happens, we have to look at employment at a more granular level. Jobs are rarely replaced wholesale. Instead, a single job title is a bundle of individual tasks. Generative AI is highly efficient at processing well-structured information according to defined rules. If a task involves sorting vast amounts of data, answering routine customer service inquiries, or drafting boiler code, an AI tool can execute it faster and cheaper. But the models struggle when tasks require physical dexterity in unstructured environments, or high-stakes judgment where the inputs are ambiguous and errors have severe consequences. This chart shows technical automation potential across activity groups. Notice the blue bars, representing automation potential with generative AI, spike massively for data management and processing data. This explains why data analysts face high exposure, while roles demanding unpredictable physical work remain insulated. The immediate risk is not necessarily that a robot will take your job title. The risk is failing to adapt as the routine tasks you perform are automated away, leaving only the complex work behind. This is shifting away from executing manual processes and moving towards supervising automated systems. We can see this in high-stakes fields like healthcare. Leading hospital systems are using AI applications to reduce the administrative burden of summarizing patient charts and drafting replies to inquiries. The AI executes the routine paperwork, allowing doctors and nurses to focus on direct patient care. Researchers call this supervisory control. The AI functions as a highly capable assistant that generates an initial draft or analysis. The human worker then acts as the human in the loop, verifying the accuracy, catching edge cases, and refining the final output. Competing with these systems on pure processing speed or basic data compilation is no longer a viable strategy for knowledge workers. The machines compute faster. To maintain economic value, workers must transition from executing the work to directing the machine doing the work. Navigating this shift requires a specific set of cognitive capabilities that AI tools currently lack and are structurally unlikely to replicate in the near term. The first is first principles problem solving. AI models are prediction engines that reason by analogy, matching patterns from their training data. When a problem is novel, like a business crisis with no historical equivalent, human reasoning is required to break the issue down to its core constraints and build a solution from scratch. The second is creative direction and curation. AI can generate dozens of variations of a design or text in seconds. The valuable skill is possessing the domain knowledge to judge which options actually work, and then guiding the tool through an iterative process to reach a precise goal. The final capability relies on complex human relationships, managing multi-party conflicts, displaying empathy, and leading teams through negotiations require a read of social context that algorithms cannot compute. Mastering first principles thinking, curation, and social leadership creates a layer of professional armor. These are the human skills that complement AI tools rather than competing against them. Consider how this applies to a highly exposed occupation, like a junior software developer. As AI tools handle the bulk of writing initial code drafts and hunting down simple bugs, the day-to-day reality of the job transforms. That worker stops being a typist of code and becomes an architecture supervisor. They are expected to conceptualize complex system designs, integrate different technologies, and communicate directly with stakeholders. The workflow flips. The human dictates the overarching vision, defining the parameters of what needs to be built, while the artificial intelligence handles the tedious implementation of that framed solution. Artificial intelligence is unlikely to take your job. However, a human who knows how to wield artificial intelligence will. By elevating your skills to focus on judgment, strategy, and direction, you can thrive in the new economy.